Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday, in which we all wonder, how the heck is it Tuesday already? And why is it not Friday yet? And more importantly, where has all the rum gone? Or why has all the rum gone? You know, important questions in the universe. I do hope that everyone is doing well, despite the fact that the rum has all gone. It's a Patchmas. Yes, it is Patchmas. I do hope that people are enjoying Patchmas. For those who don't understand what the heck I'm talking about, Final Fantasy XIV held one of their patches today. For those who are actually more interested about Minecraft, however, there has been a new snapshot released today, which includes some fun things such as copper chains, copper torches, and copper copper iron bars. Wow, copper bars. The squirrel's dropped into the rum vault again. You really need a better bars code than 1234. But that's also the code for my luggage. And the copper torches burn green, which looks like it's going to be really interesting. That amongst many other things. However, welcome in. Let's see. We've got a Frauke and a Feg and a Ritsu and a Raven and a Seribot. Gotta say hi to Seribot. And a Jerry May. Welcome in to all of those. Scroll. True Purple. Welcome in. A little bit more scroll. Cosmic Dancer, the amazing Cosmic Dancer. Welcome in. Good to see you. Sci-Fi. Miyakula. And voting for it being a Friday. I would love to vote for it to be Friday. Yep. You don't drink rum, so you're good. So it's not your fault then. The rum is gone because it was Monday. Yeah. Yep. Capybaras. Not sure about the capybaras. Port and starboard ships on markers on the airship. Yes, red and green. Capybaras in Minecraft might be interesting. And thank you. Oh, really? Is it button day already? Thank you, Frauke, for 32 months. Is it really 32 months? Goodness. Right. As you may have noticed, I have been roaming the world collecting materials. I have a shulker full of warped block. I've got a shulker full of warped stem. I've got a third of a shulker of snowballs and nearly a third of a shulker of honeycomb, because apparently I hadn't been letting my bees be happy and productive. End rods for the central white lights. Ooh, that might be nice. Not that I'm sure. Not that I think I have many end rods. Is that sun going down? Yes, it is. Typical. Yep, I just corrected the audio just in time to go splat. Oh, it was only a minor splat. Let's see. One of these days I should do something with these, with this chest, because this chest is a random. I mean, it's a random dump chest, isn't it? It's not as bad as a couple of the chests that are still in my old living quarters over here. This chest is probably the most random possible, second only to this one, which actually happens to have 8 golden apples and an enchanted golden apple, and some yeah. I have junk. I mean, that's a junk drawer. I really should grab all of that and store it into the appropriate shulkers to carry with me. But that was this chest exists from before I had shulkers. Oh goodness. For those who aren't used to this is Lagville. This is the very first. This is the very first area that I built in this world, and yeah, you can tell it's early. There's a lot of stuff that nowadays I would definitely not be happy with, but you can also see things that very much are my style, and so I'm very happy for this in the world. And Raven on a 32-month button press as well. Thank you so much, Raven, for your amazing support. And thank you to everybody for your amazing support. Lotus, a button as well. Button boop for 5 months. Thank you so much for pushing that button. And thank you to Cosmic for that gift to Lotus. And yes, we have the King in Purple up here. Because apparently I can't avoid law, and I like it. Hail Hydrate. And thank you for getting in on the hype train. Right. Squeaky bottle of doom. And a stretch to go with it. Oh, up we get. And... oh. Yep, there we are. Whoop. Raven, thank you so much for those bits as well. You're too amazing. And thank you to Nuska for joining us as well. Yes, crunchy bones, all the popcorn. Yes, for those who, yeah, this is very much what happens when my brain decides to build a small. I mean, at the time, this was a large castle area. It also has what could only be described as probably the most random and over-the-top map room that I still haven't outdone yet. This map... chicken. This map room may end up being surpassed by... well, I say may. That's a war table. Maybe. But yes, this is what happens when I decide that I want a nice map of the world. Unfortunately, Gordonstein is somewhere in that wall, and Jurassic World is somewhere in this wall. So, yeah, it's not big enough. That might be a bad thing to suggest. And for those who are interested, we have a Swablu in chat as a Pokemon, for those who might want to catch it. But yes, this is where I occasionally come back to for things. For example, there is my first Red Sheep district. This is officially called the Red Sheep district because generally when it was functional, the sheep were behind glass and kept not wearing much. Oh my. Weekly reminder, Tier B and Heavy Pokemon are weeklies, so is the Poke Daily. Thank you to the Frauke Information Service for being amazing as always. This also has my first moss farm. I could have called it Lamsterdam. And did MasterCard block them too? Yes. But they also claimed that they never actually did anything. Yeah. Moving right along. Yeah, this area is still fun. I like coming back here. Plus, it's right next door to IKEA. You see that map floor and think of wanting to make a 3D map of it with chisels and bits. Chris, welcome in. And please don't give me bad ideas. Fortunately, I don't have chisels and bits. Otherwise, I could be in trouble with statements like that. Rusty, are you ever going to get out of that pond? No? No. Be like the map room from Blackadder goes forth, 1-to-1 scale. I've been working on that one, Feg. I'm fairly sure that this world is my 1-to-1 map scale. 1-to-1 map scale? 1-to-1 map room. I was going to leave the shears behind because I have no need to take those with me. Right. Now you're thinking of 1-to-1 from the 90s. Oh dear. Fnurbles. Still does nothing. Right. Okay, now that we've acquired materials, we've got... We were going to need a lot of wax for the copper, so we probably need to bring that with us. How is everybody doing today? While I fly over to the airship, let's ask how everybody is. And we'll happily just fly past some of the random fun areas of the world while we're at it. Right, somewhere around here. Yep, there we are. Temple of Yeet. Shh, don't say that too loud. It'll hear you. Oh, goodness. Tired, woke up early due to Patchmas. Yes. And thank you to everyone for that hype train. We got 3 subs and 300 bits. And a couple of new emotes for people. Always lovely. Thank you, everyone. I find it interesting just how close, he says, on his 2nd or 3rd rocket, that Jurassic World is to the main areas of the world that I've been building in. Miffed you can't do patch day. Aww. Right, before I look up in the air, I might have done a little bit of... while I was, as well as acquiring materials, I might have done some tinkering over the weekend. And for those who have possibly seen this, I do not apologise. Yeah. The airship got a little bit further along. That's a very good question. Why can't you do patch day? Is it because you're working or lack of sub? So yes, the airship is a little bit more airship. Hey, Glam Pixie, welcome in. And laptop unable to load Final Fantasy. At least it's nothing. I did do some block placing off camera. I also nearly broke my brain with this section. This section totally blew my sanity out of the water. Trying to get the block areas to look right. Doing crimes, aka drawing. Oh, lovely Lotus. I hope you have fun with that. Curves are hard. Yes. Yes, they are. Yes, they really are. Which is partially why I am so glad you didn't all vote front. I have occasionally pondered it, Feg, and it did cross my mind. I just didn't realise I was doing it. I'd originally planned on just doing this section, because it was a complete duplicate of the section that is already there. Or was already there, aka this one. And then I just carried on going. By that point, I realised I didn't. Yep. Scope creep's gonna creep. Hello, Elkhorn. Welcome in. Right. Let's get up to the ship. And the first thing I need to do is head for the interior. And put down these new shulkers of material. I have also acquired... I did some acquisitive materials. I've got a lot of warp blocks. I already had some warp stem. And we still got the iron wool. And this is the rest of the wool. So, we will also be adding more warped stem. And more warped wart. And I think the... oh, hold on. It's dark. It's dark. I shouldn't be wandering around still. The copper... So, it's not copper. The wax acquired for the copper we will deal with in a second, but the snowballs I'm going to put in this chest. Which also happens to be a barrel. But, yeah. Eeny, meeny, miny. There we are. Hey, Mo! Has the snapshot already been discussed? Very, very briefly. To which my response was, squee! Copper lanterns. Copper chains. Copper iron bars, which I keep saying. And I mean copper bars. Squee! Green torches. Hey, Blast. Welcome in. Green torches is going to be fun. And, of course, Mojang have actually done Fluffy Cat Mount. I have seen the Fluffy Cat Mount. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. But I don't play that again. I really should. Look after yourself, Blast, and thank you for the lurk. Right. Let me think. And on the bug fix size, wool farms are going to get faster. Oh, I didn't see that bit. You need the fluffy cat. The fluffy cat is adorable. And for those who haven't got the faintest clue what the fluffy cat is, it's a mount in Final Fantasy XIV. Raven may have the fluffy cat. Yes. Hey, Landstrad. Copper iron bars. I know! I'm terrible. I shouldn't refer to them like that, but copper bars. Apparently the sheep have been eating grass slower for the last 4 years. Oh. That raises a problem though, Elkhorn. Does the grass grow back fast enough to cope with the sheep growing? Sheep grazing it fast enough? Let me think. Moving sideways. So before stream, I posted a poll and immediately got squirrel as the answer. Thank you, lovely, you're amazing. And a dead heat between front, back, more back, and inside. Gremlins and squirrels, the lot of you. For those trying to figure out what the heck that was all about, front, back, more back, for which I don't even have a an area, and inside. It just means I have to do one block at a time on each. Gremlins. Gremlins. Squirrel! If I have to do one block at a time on each, we'll never get anything built. That's saying a lot, considering I'm not sure we're getting anything built at the best of times. Right, how am I doing for? Let's get a bit more spruce out of this thing. Yeah, my brain's not so much cooked as microwaved. Embrace the gremlin. Give it a good hug. Feed it after midnight. Yes. Landstrad, I don't have any mental capabilities. Also, welcome into CGM. Oh, I was going to look for... Fnurble. Okay, well, that answers plan A, B, and C. I was thinking of... right. White's lemonade. I'm a secret lemonade drink. No, that is not what I was thinking, but it's enough to confuse people. Okay, so interior is going to need a lot of oak, I think, because... Actually, do I want oak or do I want dark oak? I don't know. Okay, since I haven't decided what I want to do for interior, let's do more back. Sin Lily, welcome in. I think more back is probably appropriate. What I do need is a smeg ton of sticks, which is part of the reason for why we have this bamboo farm. Bamboo farm? By bamboo farm, I mean basically this grove of bamboo. Gotta love how this this area of bamboo is basically going to turn into 55 tons of sticks. And we have... vanilla really needs magnets. Boy, does it! And for those who might be interested, we have a spoink in chat, which doesn't half sound slightly wrong. We also appear to have a chicken. Chicken! Chicken butt. It's the bamboo's emotional support chicken. That's probably why it's looking at me in a slightly, I was going to say disturbed manner, but actually probably accurate. Alright, let's get 4 stacks. Yeah, let's get 4 stacks of sticks and turn the rest into blocks. I was having a look at something that Pixelriffs was building, or at least a picture of it, in their survival guide, and I remembered, or finally remembered, the texture for stripped bamboo blocks is a lovely yellow colour. Which, considering I need a lovely yellow colour for Carl's house on Idiotic, is fantastic. So thank you to it's Scussman chopping down the chicken's emotional support bamboo. Wow. A chicken supported by bamboo. That's I mean, I've heard of the old bamboo, but that's just confusing. Oh, we had to have a bad pun. We had to have a bad pun. I wish we didn't, but we did, apparently. I don't really need a bamboo raft, but I'll hold on to it. Did I manage to pick up all of those? Nope, still missed a bit. Yeah. Faboo! Fabu! Was Fabu, Animaniacs? It was Wacko, wasn't it? Cal! Welcome in! How are you doing? And, how was your sanity after the last few days? Have you managed to, get everything squared away? Still waiting on Microsoft to message. Ugh. That sounds like a pain. I do hope you get it all sorted soon. Right, let's get rid of darkness. Okay. And... yeah. Okay, let's go with plan A and a half. 16 of those should give me 64 of those. No, that's the wrong chest. I'm starting to run low on copper. I might actually have to do some work. Yeah. Alright. That should give me 3 stacks of spruce fences. Fantastic. And I was off on the number of sticks I needed. I was getting sticks for fence gates. Let's get some 2 stacks of fence gates. Oh, half a stack of fence gates while we're at it. Moscow Hosco, welcome in. Okay. What? Good lord. I was going to... I was puffy. I was going to actually take you out for some work. But you didn't have to growl at me. Good lord. Right. So. I'm going to work on Moorback. Because I kind of feel like it's the thing that it needs to be dealt with. To get a better feel for the shape of this thing. Because, of course, Moorback is definitely a thing. Also, so is remembering to actually post to Blue Sky. And I'm on the ball. Really, I am. And there we are, typically. Just as an ad starts. Let's see. Ah, no. It's not shift to go downwards. Okay. I think we should probably start the middle here. Ah, no. Oof. Am I going to end up using an entire stack of... Yep. I'm on the ball. Unfortunately, it's rolling towards a cliff. Whoops. Yeah. That feels accurate. Also, I actually want some... I want some... Where did I put the... the copper... The anti-aging cream for the copper is down inside the ship. It's time to bail the ball. Yes. Yeah, I'm seriously thinking that when the copper torches and copper lanterns come out, I will be changing the colour scheme of the lanterns on this ship. Right, let's grab 2... there's no point in grabbing 2 stacks of honeycomb. I'm only actually carrying 1 stack of blocks. Right. I am going to be... What am I stuck on? Oh, I'm stuck on a... Ow. 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 I was stuck on the propeller, and then I was stuck smacking my head into an airship. Guaranteed to hurt. Please tell me I didn't actually get one of those as a 1. Nope, I've got that right. Okay, that's good. Okay. Let's see. If I want that to look reasonably good against the... Yeah, I think we'll go this way. You'd like the copper lanterns after a quick look at them. You'd really love more coloured lantern options. Yeah, I'm just happy that we're going to get four different colours effectively, because they will be supporting all of the tiers of oxidization for those lanterns. I wonder if they'll operate the same way as the copper bulbs and change how much light they give off. I don't think they've actually hinted at... Have they actually given any information about that? Because if they operate in... No, smiggity. Because if they operate the same way as copper bulbs, I am right in there for those. But equally, it looks like it's going to be fun. Right. Let's just keep going. True, but equally it might be something that they haven't implemented yet, so who knows. If they do, I think that would definitely be the bit that makes them even more get... Dang nabbit, that's the wrong block. And that's me attempting to shift off of a ghast again. 1, 2, you, 1, 2, you, 1, 2, you. Oh, hey. But do. Hello, Mad. Right, let's not get... Are we caught on this? We're caught on the propeller again. Don't. Ooh. Ooh. Do we still look like we've got enough room for the propeller to clear this? I think so. Ooh, that's going to be tight. I think that's all right. Hello, Kel. Welcome in, Chaos Twin. Yeah, I think that's just high enough not to be in the way of the propeller. So that was nearly an oops. I better be careful about that one. Right. What I would like is trapdoors. Do I want spruce? Yes. Yeah. Wait, some blankets. You, how are you doing, Cal? That feels like a good number. So what I want to do is... I'm actually going to do this. Oh, hold on. I should probably do the... other side first. I want to make this look like it's been really heavily reinforced because, well, it's kind of holding up the control. Well, is it control? No, it's blah 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 blah. The tail fin, I guess, is probably the closest element of this. Your EP got distracted playing Animal Crossing's New Horizons. Animal Crossing New Horizons does that. It is dangerous. It's another one of those games where it's I just started this and suddenly there's 11 hours gone missing. Where's the gates? There we are. Although, they did try and limit it by, you know, making it so that you're supposed to only have certain things that you can do per day and yada yada yada. There's so many different things you can do, though. It is not as bad as Stardew Valley, however, which has just one more day itis. And we have a squirrel for those who might need one. The only thing that's worse than that for the pair of them would be Age of Empires. Is it Age of Empires? What's the one with Gandhi in it? Is a kelp, seahorse, a kelpie. Ooh. If we're gonna get into Civ, yeah. Oh, Civ, that's the one. Yeah. That. Oh no. That's the one I was thinking of. Landstrad. Right, I'm gonna leave the middle on the bottom because I'm uncertain. One more turn. One more turn. Actually, I feel like I should leave the gap on the top as well. Mad! Oh no! 3-stream streak. Well, time to start building a new one. Thank you for the 3-stream streak. Trying to make this look like it's been heavily reinforced because this is effectively a solid section that is going to be holding the whole back up. That propeller keeps getting in the way. And that's a phrase that I never thought would actually be something I would say. I'm wondering if I've done these too often. Let's have a look from a distance, he says, ignoring the fact that he's got a camera account. Actually, yeah, I think I have done them too often. I feel like I probably can cut those down by 50%. Oh. Thank you, Ritsu. Heil Hydrate. Mythical Celtic man killer that takes the form of a horse and drowns folks. Yep. There's a pair of them as a lovely statue up in the north. Trying to remember where they are. Somewhere in Scotland, I think. Oh, and a stretch as well. Thank you, Kel. Oh. But, yeah, the Kelpies are a gorgeous statue. Yeah, I think I'm going to take out half of these, which probably means taking out the fences and swapping them for gates. Pretty to look at, nasty to deal with. Yeah. What am I stuck on? Nothing. Okay. I'm stuck on the fact that there's a really weird turning circle when you're on a ghast. Why am I trying to lean back in my chair and look upwards? Oh dear. Gotta look after the streamer gotchi. Always welcomed. Can we do something for the streamer sanity, which is apparently missing, presumed gone? Alright. Yeah. That dang propeller again. Oh yeah, that looks so much better as a distance. Let's get rid of these. Thankfully, you can't get your face smashed off by riding a ghast into trapdoors. Or fences. Can only work. What is there to begin with? Yes. Okay. I agree with that. Ducking IOL with that one door at my base. Oh yes. The entrance to the excuse me. Why do we have so much bamboo farm? Which is going to come in very handy, considering the revelation I had earlier, which I mentioned, of wanting a yellow colour block to help with Carl's house, and realising that stripped bamboo logs, for want of a better description, are perfect for that. Ooh, and we've got just... With the updated pattern of this, it still fits. The only difference being I've just run out of trapdoors. Quite how I've run out of trapdoors, I'm not quite sure. There seems to be an off by one error. I had an even number of trapdoors, and I'm fairly sure I've placed an even number of trapdoors. So why I have an odd number of trapdoors in my hand, I don't know. Found it! the universe decided to throw a trapdoor at me. That's just... Pardon? But universe, There are days that I think that everything is done to confuse me. And the rest of the time, I know that everything is done to confuse me. And another one, off and another one, off and another one bites the dust. Yes. Oh, we got an off by one, and dust. Come on, there we are. Alright. Yeah. And here. Nope, come on. There we are. That... I like that. That actually looks pretty cool. No, I think that's right. I was going to say... the back's not the end. The back is just where the that support bar reaches to. There's more to come on the back. But if it was, you'd be right. Yeah, you would be right if I hadn't actually got other things that I still need to do. Which is always the way. Ooh, hold on. Before we get confused, let's get... Well, that's not going to help. That's probably more than I wanted, but it'll do. Yep. Nope. That goes back in there. Alright. No, I'm not always confused, Kel. Sometimes I'm delusional. That's better. This gives it a slightly more rounded feel. Ah, hold on. That one. No, that actually, no, that I'm gonna leave. That one I'm not. I've got other plans. I'm trying to mentally figure out the shape I want, and I don't know it yet, so... there's still a lot of tinkering to do. Do copper grates class as equivalent, or if they're bubble? Do they class as transparent in the way that means that you can't have anything spawn on them? I think that's the case. But I've been told off for thinking. Apparently it's a dangerous concept. Only here on break, fixing your car. Well, good luck on fixing your car, Nordic Wolf, and thank you for joining us even a little bit. Right. Let's start with grey. Smoke alarms may go off when thinking too hard, too fast, or too long. Hey, Nuska. Yeah, we regret to inform you that, hey again. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's go 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. Not losing your streak. Everyone around here is absolutely impressive and amazing for keeping their streaks, and I really just... You are all amazing. Where are we in relation to that? Yeah, okay. You're back with fresh hot tomato soup. Yum. Let's say that's about the top. No, let's put another. I should have held on to those shears from earlier. Oh well. Oh, this is gonna look cool. Oh, no. Ah, no. Ah, no, no. I hate that ghasts drift when you stop moving. Right. And... yeah. Okay, I think I need... let's do this. No, let's not do that. It looks wrong. Oh, I should have... do I not have any shears? Let's go and make myself a pair of shears before I drive myself crazy trying to remove this wool. Oh, and we have a combi in chat for those who might want a Pokemon. Or maybe we don't. Oops. The Frauke information service was useful. The Scotsman noticing its service was not so much. I know I'm huffy. Don't worry. I know I'm currently being too good. Gotta get shearish. I have a pair of shears called you cannot be shearish. I'm just not using them at the moment. Nearly managed to time that right. Right. I think I need to take out these two. Right. Let's see. I don't want this to start at the same spot, but I do want it to have... a better shape than it did have. Ah, no, no, not you. That's nearly where I want it to be. Yeah. I'd say about there. This is going to look really oversized until you realise just how dang big the whole damned airship is. And it suddenly actually doesn't look oversized. It's like, that's an enormous tail fin. It's the tail fin, Kel. Ooh, I never noticed that before. Yeah, tail fin, tail rudder. Basically the thing to keep the whole ship fairly stable and not float around as much. Which sounds silly when you realise that we're an airship and floating around is what it does. But I know what I mean. Oh, that's a terrible shape for the back. I should have just gone straight. I would have. I never got away with my life of crime. I should have just gone straight. Unmoors the airship. If they ever release create airships, aeronautics thing, if they ever release create aeronautics, this thing is getting copied into it on another world, because I'm not turning this world into having create, but we will fly this thing. I want to see I would love to see this thing move, and I would make sure that the propellers turned at the same time. How's the airship in the moors? Boink. Do I have to watch out for oh, what was the do I have to watch out for the Hound of the Baskervilles if we're out on the moors? Or is it the other version of the moors? Do I have to watch out for people with nasty swords who could murder me? Wow, that was not a. You gotta be careful of that first step. It's a doozy. Pretty sure that half of the English horrors play out in the moors. Yep. Okay. Right. Huffy. Come on, Huffy. It's your turn to go for a building ride. Now, this isn't going to stay one block flat. There's some logic in that phrasing. Because if it was only one block flat, it's not going to be much more than 3 blocks, I think. Because it really shouldn't be that wide. I quite like that shape. It's It feels pretty good. It's going to need supporting to heck and back. And it's going to need an awful lot of texturing. God help me. Why do I... Looks organic like a fish. Which, given that we're dealing with an airship, is not the worst of things to be organic about. I feel that I need something coming from here backwards to this to help anchor it. So... and support it. So, let's... Oh. I think I would probably have... not done that. If I were to put another support arm here, that feels good. That feels like it's pretty much the sort of thing, because I also plan on having on the inside. I want to have a skeletal sort of support built into the inside of this so that we can actually have somewhere for walls and floors and so forth. And I'm out of gates again. Dang nabbit. Gosh darn it. Oh no, I'm on Puffy. Sorry, Puffy. I'm on Huffy. Allow me to get back to the right side of the ship, because we're actually on this side of the ship. Right, let's do that. And have I got any more sticks? No. Okay. My inventory's a mess. And that's the high diving award for jumping out of the ship. Do, 16. 16 doesn't feel like enough. Also, I think I've overdone it on the fences. I assumed I was going to go more fence than gate, and that was a mistake. Oh well. Let's put some materials in here for a sec. And conveniently, the bamboo grove has regrown. Urban, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Oops. That should have been there. Hopefully that'll be enough. I'm looking for about 2 stacks of sticks. So I need 4 stacks of bamboo. How close to 4 stacks are we? We're over. I've been overly successful. I got 4.25 stacks nearly. Oh well. Never a bad thing to over egg. There we are, fence gates. That gets me up to 48. That's much better. Not far for Gordon. Oh, fantastic, Urban. to check if... Oh, I'm fairly sure I've got some trained. Welcome back, Raven. Boink. Come on, Huffy. Let's go and get some building done. On 10.7k. Nice! Oh, I'm... Get Fnebble. I should have made some... Kibo! Welcome in. And Lady Oolong. You've named your first happy ghast Gaston. No one flies like Gaston. No one cries like Gaston. No one helps you build up in the skies like Gaston. And everyone knows they're such a happy ghast. Oh, I don't know where that one came from. No one helps you go quite splat like Gaston. Oh. Disney album. Scotsman understood the assignment. Exactly. And for those who might need it, we have a Grevard in chat. Having a pit of the... They've got a baby. Oh, that's awesome. 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am very surprised that the location that I've put this is absolutely perfect for this pattern to continue. That feels shockingly unlikely. How? Dear. It's not off by 1. No. Actually, it might possibly be off by 1 at the end. It depends on how I shape the rest of the fin, really. Something is wrong with the universe. Yes. Something is very wrong with the universe. Don't worry, it'll probably come back as being off by 1 later. Did we check that Underworld hasn't frozen over? We'll be there on Thursday, Cosmic. And I haven't done any more mining in the Nether or any construction in the Nether. I spent my time working on materials for this. So, right, let's take a quick nap. You may not rest. The bed is too far away. Nope. Oh, thank you for clipping that, Nuska. He says through gritted teeth. No, wrong way. I actually wanted the ghast. If I get sued by Disney, I'm just claiming it's your fault, Nuska. I'm fairly sure it comes under the heading of parody, however, so I don't care. Or rather, I don't think it would have a problem, ever. I almost feel like that one and the one at the opposite end should be stairs. Oh, and there's no room for one of those on the top. So let's get over to this side and put the remaining trapdoors in. Trappus Dorus Spruceus. Interested to see where I'm up to with the amount of 375,000. The mouse is nearly as litigious as the plumber. Yeah. Yeah, 375,848 if you want to be accurate to the last digit. Right. Now, let's have a look. What do parrots have to do with it? Have to do with it? What do parrots have to do with all the building? You must mine more mycelium. Don't worry. The worst thing is there's going to be way more that I have to mine. Particularly if we want to carry out the threat of mining enough to be able to see the lava oceans below. It's only nearly because the mouse will fold if the optics are bad enough. Having just seen the comments about how Disney turned around and said, yeah, we're not including AI in Moana or Ares. That's Tron Ares, for those who haven't been following it. Yeah, they are very careful about their optics. I'm still looking forward to that Tron film. Despite a lot of things, I still think it might be good. This is starting to feel pretty solid. I like it. Because I can't... what I might try and do is figure out how to run a wire from the middle of this ring over to... Well, actually, over to there. Or down to there. But I think we would have to get this filled in first. Suspect it will be at least a good popcorn flick. That's my hope. I really am hoping for that. The concept kind of fits with the way that you would expect everything to go. It does feel a little bit like it might go for a bad Terminator movie. Because it's AI... AI managed soldiers being released into the overworld, yada yada yada. That could go Skynet, but I'm hoping it doesn't. Right. Now, because this is much flatter, I don't think we're going to have a huge... Is it bad that you've never seen any Terminator movie? Some of them are terrible. Some of them are good. I wouldn't disown you for not having seen any. You know what I mean. Is anyone really hoping for Skynet? No one expects the Skynet Inquisition. Let's grab that. Be the only time and place AI can fit in a movie to design an AI army. It really would. I'm so glad that I spent the weekend getting a massive amount of warped stem, because this thing is massive. Hey, Canadian Dragon. I mean, this project eats materials like it's going out of fashion. And then asks for a wafer thin mint. Usually just before dropping a creeper on me. Right, come on, Huffy. Let's get back to building. A wafer thin mint. Monty Python Raven. Yep, that was the that was the thought fake. A thin mint waffle. Ooh, that's an interesting thought. It's from one of the films, but yeah. So, as opposed to the series. Trying to figure out just what I want to shape this as. It does have the advantage that anything that is dirt is likely to be where I'm... Meaning of life. Thank you. I was trying desperately to remember which one it was. Anything that is dirt will be the areas that are where I want this to be too wide. And by too wide, I mean 3. Only ever seen Holy Grail. Well, at least if you're going to see one of them, that's a good one to see. Strange hill to die on, but, oh no, sorry, I like you. I was about to say, strange hill to die on, but at least you'd be dead. Yeah, death smegada. Fnabbles. As opposed to Life of Brian, which literally ends with a hill to die on. True. Like I said, I remembered I like Feg, therefore it's not the response that I was going to go with in the end. Yes, it is Nuska. And you can tell if you watch everybody around them that it was definitely made up on the spot and nobody knew where the lines were. Oh, I didn't mean for that block to be thrown off into the void. Oh well. Just doesn't have knee or coconut horses or shrubberies. We want a shrubbery. I'm knee-high to it. No, sorry. Oh, that's lovely for you. Seeing the sun setting as you look past this ship is just ridiculous. Cutting shrubberies with a herring is all the rage. Good grief. Well, at least we're not smoking kipper. We'll be back for breakfast. Kippers equals bad staffy dog bread. You're not wrong. You're nae wrong. Families from there, yes. Still remember jars of pickled herring in the fridge. Goodness. Yes. Alright. I just realised I'm building on the side that I can't see the camera count from. Ooh, that's looking nice. Yeah. Saw a lot in that in the year that you were president of the student council and had my own key to access excuse music theatre. Petitions Mojang to read extra axes as herrings. That's just asking for trouble. Staff at your rescue would only eat fish, dog biscuits, veg, and non-meat treats. Some dogs be like that. Yeah. That is not where I wanted that. I also feel like I should put a couple more in further up, just not in high density, because this is also where we start bringing in the wool in low density. Not above throwing meat to obscure animals as you do with Jordan. Well, I mean, sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do, and throwing meat to obscure animals definitely seems like something that probably has to be done. I feel like I need to add... No, not here. Not that one. Oh, no. It would save me and tame the animal. Much appreciated. For some reason, my brain is now thinking of Animal from The Muppet Show. See, this is the thing that I wasn't sure about, and I had a feeling I might end up doing, which is bringing this... No, not you. So that is how we got the fluffy cat mount. Yay, fluffy cat mount! I'm still very tempted to buy that. Do I need to make this 5 wide in certain areas? Animal, the unholy mix of Van Winkle, Rasputin, and Keith Moon. That feels accurate. No, I don't think I need to make this 5 wide. If I make it 5 wide, it'll be 2 wide. A little bit of Ginger Baker. Grebo. Fabu! Nope. Where's my shears? I think that means I need to take that out. And these. Because we are definitely in the woolly zone. We control the horizontal, we control the vertical. This is the woolly zone. Yeah. I should probably start working. No, 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 not you. That's Nibble. Let's think. Where do I want to put the edge? Oh, that's going to need carefully thinking about. Let's figure the edging out, or the shape of the interior section. No, not that one. And I need to start thinking with what Hi-Fi thingamay-doozits. Thingamay-doozits. Always remember where you left your thingamay-doozits. If you can't remember... Well, and we've got a Hail Hydrate. Hail Hydrate. Thank you for that, Feg. And a stretch to go with that so that we get some popcorn. Oh, let's... get... yeah. He started thinking one time, didn't like it, decided never to do it again. Yeah, I know that feeling. I really shouldn't have. Well, that block's gone forever. Hey, Dab, welcome in. That's better. I feel like I need that there. That's got the shape. Right, I'm going to take those off of my hotbar and swap those for these. It's time to bring the stripped logs in. Where are we in relation to where I want to be? I could throw myself off my... is there a defenestration equivalent for throwing myself off to Ghast? Degastification. I don't know. That sounds almost subtly appropriate. It sounds ghastly. Just ghastly. Darlings. One must remember that if one is going to go ghast diving, you must remember... Actually, what must one remember? I have forgotten. Not for years, Feg. And honestly, I think I only watched like 2 episodes. It wound me up too much. We need more materials in my inventory. Huffy, we're going to collect materials. We're going up to Grandma's house where she's got the workshop of supplies. Right? What am I short on? Wool. How have I burned through the wool so quickly? Don't know. No. No. Yes. Yeah, I seem to be okay on everything else. It's just wool I've burned through quickly. Didn't think I've used that much wool. Shadow Sky! Thank you so much for 31 months subscription. Goodness. That is just fantastic. It is clearly button day. Welcome in. As always, it is lovely to have everybody pushing buttons. I seriously, you lot just are far too generous for having been around for that long. That's better. That now feels like the supports run into the fin, which actually feels a bit more realistic. No, hold on. Where are we? Come back here. Yes, there we are. I knew I had a building site here somewhere. Oh, apparently it's straight up from here. Yeah, I think that will work. Thank you for the lurk, Urban. Trying to build gradients like this freehand is one of those why am I doing this kind of moments. Let's bring in a bit of stripping up here. Not you're no help. A bit more of the cyan wool. Let's put a bit of that here. Look after yourself, Matt, and thank you for joining us. Let's put one there. Where are we? Okay, we're getting to the sort of height where I need to have a lot more of the warped involved. Yeah, no, on a scale of 1 to trench coat full of squirrels, how much am I annoyed at the swapping blocks in my hotbar? Honestly, the biggest problem is just trying to work out when to swap. I'm trying to sort of make this feel like it is a sort of sensible-ish texture for values of sensible. I mean, how sensible can you be when you're building effectively a giant whale tail on an airship? No, that's definitely not the right block. At high altitude. I've tried to make it so that the blocks that I'm working with are in roughly the order that I need them, though. Feg, it's your own fault for Googling it. Never Google something like that. Is it difficult when close up to it all the time, and does the camera count cat? It's a mix. A lot of it is just sheer guesswork, but I do use the camera count a lot in the background, which is why I'm very glad that I have them on 2 separate monitors right next to each other. I tend to sort of go by gut feeling for what I'm building, and then look over at the camera count on occasions. Just to sort of verify that I'm going in the right direction. From here on upwards, it's basically going to be almost solid wood with a little bit of carpet. Bizarrely, I think I've slowly sort of gotten into the habit of working out how to do these gradients just by eye and by sheer guesswork. Of all the weird skills to have picked up in Minecraft, being able to actually sort of guesstimate a gradient is probably the weirdest one that I've picked up yet. And I'm out of dirt. Something tells me I might have not got enough dirt in the at this end of the world, however. That could be a problem. Yep, I definitely do not have enough dirt. Well then. Time for a quick trip by rocket to somewhere else. If if we head for the mining village, I think there's a couple of double chests of dirt over there. I'm also looking at the back of the tail and thinking... I'm looking at this and thinking it's far too straight on that section on the right-hand side. For that upper layer. So I might have to adjust the shaping a bit. I yearn for the mines. There they are. We did consider Prismarine. We looked at it in the in the overshot. Where's my bed? In the creative world that we briefly looked at in all this in, and thought, nah. Oh look, dirt. Actually, I've got a shulker. It was marked, but I thought that was coarse dirt. But of course it's coarse dirt to prevent the grass going over. Fun thing to think of. Strangest ability you picked up in Minecraft. I think yours would be making pixel art. Suck at anything pixel art related in real life, but found over time you're getting... Yeah. That is a fun one, Cosmic. I'm not going to take the whole lot. Because I may have to come back here and find it later. I yearned for the mines, and the mines had the dirt in them. Although quite why I would have a chest of coarse dirt and not have taken that back to IKEA would be anyone's guess, because coarse dirt is the sort of thing that I would actually want in bulk on occasion. The mines or the both, Feg. Both. Particularly with this group. I'm going to open that question up to the rest of chat. What is the weirdest and most unusual or fun skill that anyone's picked up in Minecraft? Or another game. I'm not going to let's not limit it to Minecraft. Twitch mobile app. Yeah. Oh dear. Cosmic. That's a shame. Also, not surprising, unfortunately. Getting really good at missing or adding an extra item when preparing for things count. That sounds about right, Nuska. How many people do you think have Minecraft skills on their resume? Ooh. Not many. And then you get to the content creators who probably have picked up picked up skills that they can use. Yeah, I was about to say, picked up skills that they can use as a result of things like Minecraft and being a creator. That's a good one, Feg. Making a mock-up of an exhibition stand sounds like a really cool way of doing it. Could add project management as a Minecraft skill. Yep. Riffing on people's designs. Didn't used to be good at it, but in Minecraft. And also, yeah, learning from other people's designs and being able to elaborate on them, or as you put it, riffing on them. That's a fun one. Right, after all that, I need to actually take out some of this dirt. And having seen the stuff you've done in Space Engineers, Raven, yeah, definitely. Ah! Whoops. Ow! Learning limitations of how many projects you can handle at one time. I haven't learnt that one, Nuska. I wish I could, but I haven't learnt that one. Learning to stay within scope limits. Also not one I've learnt, apparently. Oops. That's one of those scope. What's that thing that you're supposed to do? Prioritizing what's in scope, what's extra, and upping the price for extra and overquoted. That, however, I have, well, partially learned. Right, let's put that away. Oh, I forgot to pick up any wool. Dope. How have I run out of wool again? Oh, then again, looking at the build, yeah, I can see why. Here we find just how long it takes a ghast to get from one end of the airship to the other. The answer is longer than you think. Is the problem that the ghast is slow, or is the problem that the airship is huge? Actually, I believe the answer to that is yes. It's been 84 years and we still haven't reached the front of the ship. This is, however, why I can see clearly now the scope has grown. I have wondered why I have not got a clue. How have I not bred a flock of sheep here for all the wool I need? I have sheep farms elsewhere in the world, and I'm still digging into their resources. Because some of those were backlogged with significant amounts of wool. I mean, we've been through this amount of wool, and that's come from the wool that was in Lagville. And IKEA. And I've got another wool farm that's got another cyan sheep in Gordonstein Ward. I will probably need another sheep farm here. But I don't know when. We'll need a farm. Don't know where, I don't know when. But we'll know it'll be full of sheep some buying day. Yeah, that works better. Yes, Fig. We'll bleat again. 'Cause we're cold with no wool. 'Cause Scotsmen keep stealing it for these silly huge projects. Add parody songs. Yeah. Don't know bah, don't know where. Bah humbug. I was talking to Kel at the weekend in the Idiotic server because they have just joined it. For those who don't know, it is an SMP you can join. There is a small fee to join on a monthly basis, and it is it does have an application process. We try to make sure that people who join it are a good fit. But yeah, I was talking to Kel, and they were like, "You really are like this, even when you're not streaming." Oh. And the Frauke Information Service is saying this is a weekly tier B. Try and catch it. To which Raven can say, yes. Yeah, I am like this even when I'm not streaming. Apparently, my sanity is so broken that I wouldn't know how to turn this off. It is just how I am. That said, I am slightly more reserved at work. Slightly. Well, and quite a few people caught that. It's just maybe a little bit less over the top. It varies. But yeah. Have you considered, and hit me out, and you know this is crazy, bringing a bed with me and placing it somewhere close to where you're working? What, you mean like the one that's in my inventory, Cosmic? I've got a burn for that one. Oh, no. The problem is, if I get off the ghast, they do have a slightly annoying tendency of waiting until you wake up and then suddenly vanishing off into the distance just as you're getting out of bed. If you're not actually tethering them down somewhere. Ask me how I know. It's literally like the dwell time on a ghast before it will start roaming is just specifically set to be almost, but not entirely, the same amount of time that it takes for you to get into and out of bed. Have you been fnurbled by a ghast and it wasn't your fault? Have you been mentally challenged by a ghast? Are you finding yourself suffering from ghast-related mental disorders? Then you probably have absolutely no chance of claiming compensation. Good luck, and we regret to inform you. Fnurble. I'm out of logs. I need more wood. You're not sure that you like the sound of being fnurbled by a ghast. Yep. Gas-related disorders? Yes. Every time I have a dairy... Wait, no, ghast. Ah. I have no idea what the drops from a ghast are. Or from a happy ghast. I honestly have no idea what they are. Because I don't think I've ever met anyone who's actually attempted to... actually, no, I was about to say... I do know people who've murdered them. The hermit crafters had, like, 3 stacks of them around their spawn, and so they were murdering them. So I'm sure that in one of their videos they say exactly what comes out of a ghast as you murder it. Boy, does that sound weird. They drop their equipped harness and 1 to 3 XP. Is that it? Nothing else? Thank you, Nuska. That's what you can find on Google. Wow. You're scared of Googling things after last time. Excellent. Excellent. We have managed to scare Feg. They did what they could to try and prevent a Canada. Canada? I'm vaguely confused. But only vaguely. You're on the internet in the late 90s, Google can't scare you. Yeah, can understand that. Canada is the reason for more. I thought that was Switzerland and its mercenaries as well. Also, reason for why the Vatican is the only place that they're allowed to have Swiss mercenaries. Is this just rain or is it a thunderstorm? The Geneva checklist. You were one of the groups that were responsible for The Hague. Right. One thing I should do before we get too far into this is temporarily add some please don't blow me up sticks. It's not a crime you first do it. First somebody has to make it a crime. Yeah. It's like something I was watching earlier, or saw earlier, where people were commenting that NASCAR rules. The first thing you do is you read it to make sure what you're not supposed to do. The second thing you do is read it to make sure what you're not told about, not told not to do. Same is also true for F1 and every other motorsport, from what I can tell. Right. And possibly every other sport, full stop. The Netherlands is responsible for the city. Oh, the engineers read it just as much in NASCAR. Oh, right, yeah, we were kind of dirty fighters at one point. And for some reason, I'm suddenly thinking of, is it Three Dead Trolls in a Baggie and the War of 1812? And it burn, burn, burn. Oh no, sorry. I can't remember the tune for it, but basically they keep commenting on how Canada rode down the river and burned down the White House. Was that? You did. As I say, Three Dead Trolls in a Baggie did a song about it. Not that I'm sure. Not that many people remember Three Dead Trolls in a Baggie. Very strange. And Among Us ran afoul of it. Really? Interesting. I'd like to sleep to get rid of the rain, please. That looks cool. That looks really cool. I'm really happy with that fin. It does feel like it's anchored as well. Come on. Come on. Ginger, welcome in. How are you doing? Please let me sleep. It's the fact that it feels like it's the right shape for the rest of the ship. The fact that it's below the it dips down helps it feel like it is actually going behind the propeller and would help sort of stabilize it. And the fact that it doesn't feel too small, too big compared to the rest of the ship. Initially, it looked ridiculously huge, and then you sort of take a step back and realize actually maybe it's not. At which point your brain just goes, "This thing is huge." Now we just need to add the appropriate... It's actually a little on the small side. Yeah, you might be right there, Nuska. Not have horizontal. I have something to come for that, Feg. The original inspiration actually has a pair of smaller gas bags on the side here. At the back, and I'm very tempted to put those in. Needs more length, not girth. Oh my. This whole thing is turning into something absolutely bonkers. The more we build of it, the more it looks insane, and I love it. I think Nuska just made me say that just so that they could consider capturing it as a clip. All the juicy melons in chat. Right. Let's see. Let's bring the camera counter in a bit so that I have... no ulterior motive other than having me say it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Right, let's get someone to clip that one. Half the dang clips exist with no context. The rest of them exist with absolutely no context. Oops, that's in the wrong place. At least we have the dirt to help work out where these materials go. Some of them have context and a song and a dance. Yeah. Yeah, Raven does a fantastic job of trying to maintain any form of sanity whilst also keeping an eye on all of the quotes that they look after, which, as noted and has been taken advantage of occasionally, can be done by any of the VIPs who have the ability to upskill themselves in moments of need or shit comedy. If it had two smaller blathers to the hull on the sides, it might look fine, though maybe a little bit more rear bulk in the rear could be good. Yeah, I'm hoping that it will. Yes, keeping your job is important, Raven. Please don't be getting yourself. I'm definitely not making enough as a streamer to be able to actually employ you as a paid mod. Need badonkadonk. It would be lovely. I'm not saying I wouldn't love to be making enough to be able to actually employ Raven as a mod, or if not fully employ, just pay. Who let Rowdy Elkhorn in? Rowdy Elkhorn has been here for a while. Yada dee. This is where I'm kind of doing this a little bit by eye and based on what I'm next to. I'm not actually looking at the other monitor. Probably should be, but hey. Cosmic, it's the after effects of Weird Al. Oh, goodness. This is Elkhorn. This is Elkhorn on Weird Al. That's a dangerous combination. Needs more wool. We're at that heavy wool layer. Well, Elkhorn was lucky enough to be able to actually go and see Weird Al at the weekend. You're going to have to give us an after-action report, Elk. You say it was an amazing concert. Tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us more. Was it was Elkhorn rowdy? Tell us more. Tell us more. Was Elkhorn dancing on the floor? Does he have a short window before his songs become libelous? Wow. Oh, that's a terrible placement. Come on. It's still in the wool layers here. We have a... Oh. Thank you for that follow. Pretty much everything he does fares under fair use, and better than half of his songs aren't direct parodies. Out starts his concert recap. It was a crisp night, deep in the heart of Texas, with the sun blazing at a cold 10 million degrees. Oh, 100,000 degrees. Oh, that's not the block I needed. That should have been woolly. Texas, the only state where cold fusion is impossible due to the fact that it can never get cold enough. I dare you to tell me I'm wrong. You thought fusion in Texas was country and western. You see here and raise Phoenix, Arizona. Yes, but Phoenix, Arizona is where they test the materials for for fusion. If they can just leave them out in the lawn and they won't melt, then they can start considering it. We're only sun surface adjacent. Aha! Nip. Oh, for goodness sakes. Right. Let's see if we can place a bed, sleep, and get back on a ghast before they attempt to murder us by flying off. First, apparently, we have to wait for it to get dark enough. Right. Here we are. Oh, hey. Ah! My bed! Well, now we've got to go and... You've just shaved your beard and moustache off. Goodness. Better the bed than me. Yeah, but I still have to go and get my bed. I think we're in island area. Yep. Landed down here. Just not quite. Yes, but I need all of those wool and logs for the airship. I'm not wasting those on bits of sleeping materials. Besides, I'm not even convinced I've got enough wool and logs up here to be able to actually complete this thing yet. I would think about that, Nuska, but we'd probably actually raise the seabed. Is it sad that, you know, you were going to go with sleeping materials before I said it? Bed floats, so the sea would raise the bed. Ah, point. Point taken. Are you that scarred, Feg? Don't answer that. I suspect the answer is yes. Right. Where do we want to put wool in here? There. Also temp... Really? Good lord. Well, we've got just enough time to finish this side of the fin. How the heck did we burn through... Oh, that's not going to help. Where did time go? Grr. I've not really built any... Well, actually, then again. Ask a Time Lord. I think Frauke deliberately has that quote bookmarked. Enough light. Yep. And somehow that one's got a light level of 4. I don't know where it's getting its light level from. Because the torch is over... Wow. The torch light level has gone all the way through. All the way around the... Goodness. Oh, hey up. We're apparently playing... figure out how many... different what quote stories we can get. I do need to wrap up because it's the end of the time. Why do all my quotes seem to make me dirty-minded? I think it's cow? I can't even remember what that one's all about. I suspect the long answer to that will be no. It's time and place for being stuck in a... and Ginger is getting all of the ones that seem appropriate for this. This is going to look insane as it gets bigger. And you lot are using the Discord search functionality again, aren't you? Right. Let's see what we can do about getting into Pretty's mode. Some of them. Yep. No scar. Right. Let us see what this looks like in Pretty's mode. And the answer is, oh my goodness. Yeah, Ginger is just really lucky with the way that these are coming out. And my holes, Cosmic. And my holes. I may have to put more lighting on the outside of the main hull of the ship. Because it's losing some of the detail in the darkness. Now that we're actually putting the actual gas bag over the top of it, it's getting too dark on the sides. Oh my, Elkhorn. Oh my. Yeah, it might be glow like, and it might be some other things. Scott's the wood handler. Hello, Shadows, my old friend. Yes. I mean, even without the... Hold on. No? Apparently that's without... Really? Yeah, without gamma, that's not bad. It is the shaders that make it too dark. But the shaders just make it awesome. Oh dear, running lights for the pretties. Yes. Let's have a look at what this looks like in Moody Pretties. As the clouds come rolling in. Oh, yeah. That looks cool. I think I do need to put running lights on this. Or at least some more glow lichen. We've got glow lichen on the top, I think. In a few places. No, I haven't. Oh, well, actually, I have. That's interesting. The glow lichen doesn't show up as much. I still think I need to put a band of materials around the edges of the side to hold things in better. That sounds slightly wrong. Did I not think blaze rods, sparks would be cool? Like they just start. I don't think you can place blaze rods. I think you're thinking end rods. And it's a weekly for those who might need it. Fnurbles. Yep. Let's have a look at this. With a rainbow just to set everything off. I do like the way that it adds a rainbow just after the rain. Yep, even Zippy, George and Bungle were better with the rainbow. Oh, too slow. Too low. How far back do I have to be before the airship starts showing up in the reflections? About this far back. Oh, that looks cool. From a distance, this looks cool. From a close up, too. Yeah, I think the blinking was me going into and out of chunks that hadn't loaded. What does it look like from the top down? From a distance, the blimp looks green and blue. It does. It's just cresting the cloud cover. I think we need to work on the remaining sections of the blimp hull tomorrow, just to get it to a full shape. I am loving this build. It is at just the right height for it to be just perfect. I'm storing it in the cloud. I keep a backup of this in the cloud, yes. That looks amazing, and I love it with the moon in the background. Right. Unfortunately, due to reality, we have reached that point where I do need to consider wrapping up. When I utilize the interior of the balloon, it will be my cloud storage. Nuska, that is terrible and amazing simultaneously. Thank you for that awfully wonderful pen. Oh, that was both amazing and terrible. I would like to say thank you to everybody. I've watched Tadpole Never Ages. Yeah. Thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been fantastic having you here. Wow. So many bad puns coming up suddenly. I am going to send us on a raid. And I think... Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny... yeah, let's head over to the absolutely fabulous. I was going to say Deep Sky Miner, who is on one shot and still alive, which is a good thing. So One Shot is a 1 month hardcore SMP with a lovely large number of fantastic content creators, of which Deep Sky Miner is one of them. And yeah, we're on day 5. So people haven't, not many people have died, but actually quite a few people have. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be carrying on work on the blimp and the airship, because there's still a lot to do. It's enormous. It's got lots of work. Thank you to everyone for joining me. It is lovely to see you all. Hopefully, I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.